myself, Orangeswim, Spaghetti, Tesero, and Noomon on the sidelines. And I know it's been maybe a week or two since we did our DevCast. I think the last time we did it was when the cards were fully revealed. It's been a hot minute.
Totally.
Alright, and today we're back because they finally revealed some new cards that are new, not just English ones. We got 3 new megas from the starter decks, and how's everybody been doing?
Pretty good. I just won a tournament.
Tesero did make it, Spaghetti did make it to top 8 of the DigiRumble.
Number 1. I won it.
Top 8. Did you make it to top 6? No, top 8.
I won the whole thing.
Today we do have the finals for DigiRumble, so come watch it at 8 p.m. Central Time today. Have you guys gotten to play with new cards yet?
These 3?
Not yet.
Yeah, these 3.
From Big Bites, I'm not playing with any starter deck cards right now.
Right. So tomorrow is Ray's tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow Ray's is hosting the next Big Bite. It's Big Bite number 7, and deck lists are due today at 7 Eastern Time.
Is it 7 Eastern Time? Wasn't it 1 p.m.
No,
Eastern Time?
7 p.m. Eastern Time. Fairly sure about that. I can double check in a second. But with that deadline looming, everybody is testing their decks for BT3 format, basically, without the starter decks.
You're right, it is.
It's 1 p.m. EST tomorrow. The deadline for submitting decks is 7 p.m. tonight.
Sounds
Gotcha.
good.
EST.
No.
I have more time than I thought.
Yeah, you got time. Because I know.
I guess you don't have time if you're not watching this live, I guess, right?
That's true. You could still think that it was at noon today. I know some people are going to be trying to build it through their lunch breaks.
So if you're watching this on YouTube, you missed the cut. I'm sorry.
That's true. Because this won't be on YouTube until tomorrow.
No, just give them the hope. Just tell them, hey, it'll be fine. Just contact your tournament organizer. I'm sure they can work something out.
Yeah, message
Reading
them
is
directly.
stupid.
Send them your deck list and all of your sob story. And if you have any ways to improve the tournament for next time, be sure to let him know. He loves that. It's his
Sending the
favorite
deck
thing.
list 5 minutes before the tournament starts is always good practice.
As an image, never text.
Yes.
Unlike Drago Sermon, if you do try shenanigans like that, you will get disqualified right away. It is Ray's 7th tournament already, so he's got a little bit more experience. And running these things, it's kind of hard, bending the rules for people. And in fact, it's not good to do that because people will just take advantage. And
People take advantage of rules?
Unheard of.
Never.
Nope. Making things up, Orange.
if they can get an advantage, that's exactly when they'll start reading the rules, and all of a sudden they're a rules lawyer.
Oh yeah.
So let's get back to
New cards.
yeah, let's get back to the new cards. I'm gonna pull up the first card here that I finished yesterday doing the proxy, and let's talk about Rosemon ST4-12 Rosemon. All right, putting it on right now. Here you go. Okay, it's on the screen. The effect is when digivolving, until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot attack or block.
So until the end of their next turn. I don't know if that
So
matters.
Yep.
So it's
Until the end
Forbidden
of your
Temptation.
until the end of your opponent's next turn, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot attack or block.
Pretty thematically appropriate. Does a Forbidden Temptation on them.
Just not sure if I would play it.
Oh, definitely not.
Well, green has a lot of strong options in the level 6 slot now, so it might be hard for someone to find room for Rosemon unless they're like specifically wanting to play like a very stun-heavy deck play style.
I mean, I think Mega Gargomon kind of fills this exact same slot that Rosemon does. The when Digivolving effect stops them from attacking or blocking, but Mega Gargomon rests them, which stops them from attack or blocking, and makes sure they don't go active. As long as they don't have something like Reboot, it'll just stay rested on your next turn. So that's almost like a can't attack or block for the rest of this turn, your opponent's next turn, and your next turn.
Not to mention you have the option of attacking, so you can eliminate the threat altogether if you want to.
Hey everybody,
Right.
sorry for interrupting. Let's swap to DigiWorld 1 real quick. Alright, let's go. Okay, resume, I'm sorry.
But anyway, I think Mega Gargomon just kind of outclasses this card in a lot of ways. I think the only time where this card is better is if you're exactly at 3. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so
I mean,
it's a cheaper-
you're more likely to be at exactly at 3 than at, say, 4.
Right.
But even if you're at exactly 3, you can pay the 4 on the Mega Gargo, pass 1 as long as they don't have some kind of memory tamer, and keep the threat pinned down until your next turn.
So if you didn't want to, go with any download stuff, you just want to be like, oh, I just want to Digivolve straight up, right? Maybe this is your option.
Maybe, but like he was saying, Gargo still does more effective job at stunning the opponent.
Okay. You could also play both of them for like a super stun deck, right?
That'd be pretty fun, actually. Don't know how effective that would be, because you're sacrificing the opportunity to play cards like Ceresmon or Hercules Kabuterimon.
Cards that'll win you the game as you're attacking. And one other thing to remember is these cards are 11k, and with BT3 coming out, we've been seeing a lot more decks running 12k. It's why Bancho's been actually doing really well as well. So 11k can be a little bit of a detriment on cards like this.
I guess from a counter, like we saw it last night in the DigiRumble, from a counter green play, this is the, hey, can't touch me with Bancho.
Oh, there you go.
But that's a very limited use of this card. It is 10 cost. I don't know
That's
if
very
important.
You can play it in a green Mega Zoo. Just ignore the when Digivolving, it's just a 10 cost 11k.
Sorry, I'm late.
All good. Welcome, Nightmare. Do you have any comments on the Rosemon on why it's good or bad, or why people would play it?
I like her. I think it's just like a nice other option. You know what I mean? But yeah, Gargo, I agree, is better, especially with the ruling that we got.
I mean, Mega Gargo is an SR, I believe.
He's a rare.
Oh,
He's rare.
Gargo's only rare, so okay, not too bad. And I know the Rosemon that we're showing right now is also rare, but because it's a starter deck card, it's gonna be, super easy to get this card.
You're. We can safely say we'll probably get 2 of it.
Yeah.
I think we get 2 of it in the starter deck. Let me look at the list here that were posted. Yeah, we get 2 in the starter deck. So just to get a full play set, you're talking about maybe $14 to $15 US.
Yeah, she's kind of just like a discount Gargomon, right? If you don't have one and you pull the starter deck,
really.
you can.
No, it's a nice another option. I think. I mean, by then, I don't think there'll be a hard. some people like to just add in other varieties. So it's like, all right, yeah, I see Mega Gargo does this, but I also want to do this with Rosemon too. So it's like, okay, cool. I'll just throw in Rosemon at like a lower count, 1 or maybe a 2.
Rosemon does cost less, and sometimes just the one memory does matter when you're like trying to keep your opponent from accessing certain plays. I think her biggest issue is that green doesn't really synergize well with this sort of stun effect. Like if you're comparing it to Mega Gargo rests, and green just has a lot of effects that synergize well with resting your opponent's Digimon. You got stuff like Gargramon and Kabuterimon that give you more DP when you have rested Digimon. Mega Gargo himself gets extra security attack when you have rested Digimon. It's just that like there's nothing that like really supports this archetype of they can't attack or block abilities like Rosemon and Forbidden Temptation.
Do you think she'd be better if she hit more than one target?
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
100%.
That'd be busted. That's Positron Laser for 3.
Yeah. Compared to the other 2 cards that were revealed, the other 2 megas, Rosemon's the only one that hits 1.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing. So it's like, would you be busted if she hit 2, or would she become playable?
Playable.
She'd be busted. I mean, obviously, if she hit 2, you'd want to play her, but I mean, I don't think busted would be a term. But it'd be a really strong card for a 3-cost drop, 11k to just rest 2.
Well, stun 2.
Yeah, stun. Yeah, you know what I mean. Stun.
Yeah.
But I think that's what she would have needed to like, at least not like to make her comparable to Mega Gargo. You know, I feel like if she did that, then it would be a tougher decision between the 2, maybe.
Yeah, I would definitely consider playing it if it hit 2 things, because that's a lot of time to be able to set up, even if it doesn't rest.
I think what would also be nice is if she was like, instead of that, she was like 1 less cost memory to evolve. Like we don't
2 cost.
Yeah, 2 cost that stuns.
Ooh,
yeah,
scary.
we haven't seen any like non-vanillas megas that are 2 cost, so it might be interesting for us to finally get that at some point.
True, and green would be the color to do that.
I feel like that's probably a later on thing, maybe.
And they balance it off by having it with somewhat a weaker effect and having lower DP, of course.
Probably like 10k DP, something like that.
Yeah. 10-2, 10k with a when digivolving or a when played effect, something like that.
Would be an interesting like decision for players to make to have to decide between which 2 cost evolution they'd want, between the vanilla, which has more DP, or something that has like a lot lower DP and like a somewhat useful effect.
Okay, so looking at the card list, right? I know we don't know the effects of a lot of the other cards. There's really 2 main lines here. You have the Hercules Kabuterimon line and the Rosemon line. We both get 2 of those megas, so it's safe to say that the effects on that line will maybe synergize with each of their megas, right?
That could be a possibility. That'd be nice for Rosemon, at least, so she gets like something that supports, what her abilities do. It just feels like resting just supports green in general better because of everything that synergizes with resting.
Yeah, like I don't know how many evolutionary source effects with green they have that they plus off of it, plus DP. Don't they get like a plus memory for one of them as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all like the abilities that synergize off attacking things, which requires them to be at rest.
Exactly. It's it works perfectly. It's good to see green really, I guess, show its color. I mean, we see I felt like past sets we didn't really get to see a lot, like really what green can do to its fullest. And now that we've seen the starter decks and then BT3, we're able to see like it really flourish.
Right. I mean, I could see this as I'm going to start going wide, and when I'm ready to go, with Alpha Strike or Win Strike, then I'll digivolve into this since I already had Argomon, pumping out monsters and win the game maybe.
Trying to think of abilities that could support that stun effect.
For
I'm wondering-
Rosemon?
Yeah, just like, because like, what abilities could other Digimon have to benefit that effect? Because the only thing I can think of is, since she's the only one that targets one, right? What if her line is just like all inheritable on Digivolve effects stun a Digimon? So if like she's the only one that hits one, because if you go all the way up, she hits multiple. But you have to go through her whole line.
That'd be
That's
really,
kinda
really.
weird.
That'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, I feel like it'd be kind of weird, but at the same time, like, be a little too strong to be able to stun.
You could balance it in green by making them all full cost.
I could see. Dude, I don't know if you paying memory just for what is it, one turn, or is it going into the next turn? Is that it stuns for?
It'd be going the same as her effect, but it would just be multiple
No.
instances.
No, I'm saying like her effect is just going into the next turn and it's stunned, correct?
Pretty much.
So, what decks have we seen for Forbidden Temptation? I know in Japan it became popular for a little bit.
Raze has an annoy.deck. That's about it.
Puppetmon.
The Puppetmon deck.
I know a few decks for a little while over when we were looking through some Japanese lists were running Forbidden Temptation. I can't remember what for, though.
Okay.
Somebody was explaining it.
I mean, I know as long as you can keep, you can destroy one monster each turn and they deploy two, you could always get into Rosemon and keep just holding them back for a while. But that's never the best style of play. Just like when you play Puppetmon, right? When you drop a Puppetmon, it's really just delaying things for one turn. So you really
I feel like green's like what they have now. It's too much aggression, so I don't think they would play well around it. Like, I just don't see Rosemon being fit in unless like you'll get that one guy who wants to run a different build because he wants to try it. You know what I mean? Or he likes Rosemon because that's, I don't know how many Digimon players want to do that, but.
How many
I think
Digimon players want to see Rosemon?
A lot.
None of
Right.
them.
Actually.
Nobody likes that. It's just
I'm talking about people who want to like play Digimon because they like it. I mean, like, oh hey, I like Rosemon. Oh hey, I like Herc. I like this, so I'm gonna put it in there, regardless if it messes with my synergy or if it is not exactly the best or I have a different option.
Could now run a Rosemon themed deck since we'll have two Rosemons in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think that's enough about Rosemon for now. Let's go on to the next card, which is going to be... I want to say the next card is going to be Venom. Let's talk about Venom.
Damn it. To leave soon.
Okay, fine. We'll talk about the big boy then. We'll talk about...
Yes!
There we go. There we
Look
go.
at him! Look at this idiot! Look at him!
Yes!
Alright, we're putting him up on the screen. Here we go.
He's so bad, but he's so good.
Look at that art, though. He's got the red
Yes!
eyes. Why
I
can't he
love
be good?
Giving two Digimon reboot though, like I feel like that could actually help on like.
You need 3. You need 3 memory to play him and do the reboot.
So yeah, the thing
Three's
was that
not
fine.
that bad. 3, yeah. If you're playing black,
You're fine ending your turn doing this as long as you've attacked first. Then you just evolve into this, ending your turn, and then they basically, restand immediately.
So the one caveat with that though is all the Digimon that you attacked with that don't already have reboot have to survive the security checks or the battles or something.
Yep.
And you also have to have an ultimate to evolve on top of this. So assuming that ultimate is one of the ones you swung with, that's going to be a lot of ifs and stuff asking just to be able to get reboot temporarily. I guess it does let you push damage with blockers,
Yep, let me...
but ugh.
Let me read the effect real quick. So Machinedramon, it's going to be 10 cost, 3 to Evo. When Digivolving, until the end of your opponent's next turn, 2 of your Digimon get Reboot, which is unsuspend this Digimons during your opponent's unsuspend phase.
Ugh,
I don't think that's as tall of an order than as you're thinking it is. Maybe you're just spoiled by Booster 1 or Booster 2 Greymon.
Damn straight.
I mean, it's just a better card, though. This
seen
card could have
plenty-
just said reboot and it'd be a better card.
We've seen plenty of cards or matches with black where they have
I
a
mean, you can
giant
give
wall.
itself reboot.
Yeah, for a turn. Then
Yeah.
he's. What's say you
Then
get
it's the same.
what's-
It's the same with the other. The main thing about this, the main thing that's the most beneficial is sitting on a Digimon that has the possibility of plussing if it gets reboot. Something like a high Andro or something else, or like let's just say you wanted to turn your Millie or your Ragna or something like that. Let's just say you have a mixed build. I'm kind of going in different types of builds, but like now it can plus off of something from the evolutionary source, because I've had it before where I've had something where I'm like, all right, this would be, I can gain security attack plus now if
All
I
right,
get
yeah.
reboot.
Yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or like,
Yeah,
okay,
if you're using
I'm lacking,
Metagreymon or
I'm lacking-
Kakuriamon.
So it's
Yep,
only good
I'm-
if you have another stack.
Yes.
I mean, you're obviously gonna have a board. You're obviously gonna have a board. I'm saying like people. I don't know, like having the idea of just playing cards willy nilly. Like I don't know about most people, but most people think about what they're gonna do. So if I'm gonna drop this thing, I'm gonna drop it when I know I at least have a Digimon probably that needs reboot that can actually plus from it. Or if I want to give my Millie reboot after it just swung, like why not? Like I don't exactly want my Millie to lose all of its sources, but you know what? I want it to at least restand when it goes to my opponent's turn. I want to avoid this. I want to avoid getting swung at because they now have some big fucking Digimon on the board.
To go off of that, though, you're assuming that you have the Millie and then have built enough of another stack to get to the Machinedramon, which means you've gotten to Mega once and then got it again. That's
It
really
is
late
possible,
in the
though.
game.
It is possible. It's
I mean,
not,
sure,
it's not,
it's possible,
it's like-
but I wouldn't make a plan about it. I'm not building my deck for niche situations.
I'm saying, look, that's the thing. It's not you. Whether you want to run the card or not, that's okay. But this is just the average Joe player that's probably going to want to throw this in there. Some people just want to play cards just to play them because they like
That
them.
doesn't. But
That's
we're
it.
talking about the quality of the card. You can't just be like, oh,
and the
some
card's
people are
not that
gonna
bad.
play it,
It's not
so
that
it's-
bad. It's
Oh,
not
God.
that bad.
It's not a bad card. It's just
No, it's not
there's
a bad
Not
too
a
card.
many
good. It's
other
not a good
things.
card.
I don't know. I mean,
I think it's
you're
good. I think
looking
it's
at,
good.
think
I
it's
think it's
fine.
good.
You're looking
I-
at
yeah, I-
Imperial Dramon in blue, and it was really good just because people can restand things, or like that X. Is it that Vmon or the X Vmon, the champion one that restands
Mhm.
stuff? It's a lot
But
of
remember, that
value.
restands on the turn, which means it can do another action. This one restands on the next turn.
Right. All I need is
It's
2 Joes and
reboot.
some blockers. And that's
I don't know.
memory.
It just feels like I'd rather
just
just
play
throw
Ty.
them on with reboot.
I'll give
Hey
you a
man,
second.
that's you then.
I'm putting a card here on the board. I accidentally put the other one. Is it Breath of the Gods that I play for funnies to give something reboot, just so I can
I think so.
activate my my jamming effects or +1s.
I would rather play Breath of the Gods than Machinedramon.
It's
As
cheaper.
sad as
Yep.
it is.
I mean, yeah, I would too. but
Cheaper, way less setup.
I still think there's a use here for the Machinedramon. But really, if you're playing this like a vanilla starter deck, what you're going to be paired Machinedramon with is your other Mega, which is
Blitz.
the Blitz. So let me put
Huh?
that one on the board.
There was something I was thinking about when it comes to Machinedramon and Blitz. Like, you can, with the starter deck, in a sort of way, craft your own War Greymon. Like, with Blitz, you say you Digiverse him, make him a 16k, and then you can like safely swing with a security attack +1 into their security with 16k, which is pretty cool. But then, if you have 3 memory and like a champion out, you then go evolve into Metal Greymon, give your Blitz blocker, then evolve into Machinedramon to give it reboot 2, and make it a War Greymon for 1 turn.
I can
See,
see
That's a lot of memory.
Yeah, you just need the
That's not even. That's giving 3 to your opponent. After that, after all that, that's giving 3 to your opponent. That's not that bad. That's
get a
pretty average. It's,
blocker, reboot on the
I could just pay 3 for War Greymon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, you can just play War Greymon instead, but War Greymon's not Blitz. It's not huge like Blitz is.
exactly.
But they get a roundabout way to give us exactly the same thing that War Greymon does, but like split up into different effects.
That just doesn't sound appealing.
Okay.
I like that you can hardcast this Machinedramon and then immediately turn it into MillenniumMon. Go
It
for the
is a
real Millie Turbo.
It is 10 cost, so...
There will not be a point on your turn where you cannot play this Machinedramon.
That's right, it's always playable. I had a hand yesterday where I had too many high-cost megas and couldn't play anything. Okay, let's see. Hopefully they give us... I was hoping this morning we'd wake up to more new cards, like maybe the options.
Same.
But
Probably
released
later.
it
Probably
video,
later on.
And they didn't put anything at the end.
They might just
will-
drop the. They'll probably drop just the full list like mid-November maybe.
One thing that I think could help this Machinedramon, and it's all dependent on what else is in the starter deck, is if we can get more effects that basically do what Metal Greymon and Kapurimon do. It's
Reboot.
if this has reboot, gain another effect, which if the lines kind of support each other, the Megadramon in the set might do something like that. Might be like a plus 2k or something. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, if
See
we
that.
can get a rookie with that kind of ability, that'd be great. 'Cause more often than not, you'll have like a champion with your other stack. So like Machinedramon can come out and make your champion into something that can do something.
It's
I
gonna
just
be
don't see the.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I just. Yeah.
I was gonna say it's gonna be like a Fremon effect if you have 2 Digimon that have the reboot.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you have 2 Digimon with reboot, everything gains blocker.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
No, but I actually was expecting something like I'm thinking that the starter deck might get something else with reboot as an inheritable, whether
I'm
it be an
hoping.
ultimate or ultimate
shit.
champion. Like I could see it either being like a champion, maybe another rookie on like. But
Who's the Tama for the black deck?
it.
Kapurimon.
Is Kapurimon.
Again?
Again,
SD5.
Agumon. Hagumon for purple and Modimon for green.
ooh, Modimon.
Hope these Tamas are good.
I want them to be, when you discard this from source, activate an effect. That's all I want.
I would hope. That's another thing I was hoping for, like some kind of benefit with Digiburst. Like if this card is discarded or this card sent to the trash due to
Is that
Digiburst.
necessary though? Like maybe in the future when Power Creep comes around, but like right now, when Digiburst is already as strong as it is,
That's true.
Just give it a
Imagine
small
some extra.
well, when Digiburst feels as strong as it is right now.
Hmm.
It is
Possibly,
really strong.
yeah.
And then we're gonna
Yeah,
get
it
more
is strong.
Digiburst cards in
Set 4.
set 4.
Yeah. Imagine Herc just plussing off of his freak flower cannons.
Gosh.
If the effects are small enough, then maybe it won't matter. Like if Modimon is when this source is removed, give a Digimon plus 1k. That probably would run that over
I could see-
Venomon.
I could see that, like something light, you know what I mean? Kind of like ease us into like how they ease us into security Digimon. Like, all right, yeah, this Digimon comes out. Now we're probably later on, once we see set 5 and 6, we'll probably see like maybe a little bit more technical effects with security Digimon or something else. And then I think that's what they could easily do. I don't know. I think it wouldn't be too bad. Like
Yeah.
this card pump by 1,000. That's not bad.
discard, gain blocker for a turn,
Maybe.
please.
I mean, that's a very specific set of plays. But I guess once you get the Blitz out, it's easy to ditch the, that card out.
It also revolves around getting to your Digiburst, because if you ended up on another stack, it's just a vanilla.
That's true. I mean, as long as it's another Tama or Digi-Egg that can give you a variety of skills, that's fine. I know we've seen a lot of Tamas, and I think yellow is the color to go to because they have a lot of useless ones. But, after a few sets, they got a little bit more viable with more recovery cards. So I don't- Go ahead.
I just want to touch on one random thing before I have to tag out with Desi. The art on all 3 of these starter deck cards is phenomenal. I love
Oh, yeah,
all 3.
so good.
The arts
Yep.
are so good. Machinedramon's the best one, though.
Alright, let me put on the Venom now. I think we're pretty good with Machinedramon here. Anybody else have comments on Machinedramon?
He's big.
He is.
He's great.
Chonk.
So just like the others, 10 cost, 3 evo, and 11,000 DP. Alright, the next card we have is similar to the other two. It gives an effect when digivolved. This is the VenomMyotismon. When digivolving, until the end of your opponent's next turn, 2 of your Digimon get Retaliation. And Retaliation is when this Digimon is deleted after losing battle, delete the Digimon it was battling.
Seems fine. That's all I have to say. Bye, guys.
Alright,
They-
see you later, Venom.
Just realizing Tinami wrote Vengeance instead of Retaliate.
Yep, they're sticking. The Discord is sticking to the proxy terms right now, and for these new proxies that I've made, I'm switching to the English words. That way, I don't have to work it again later.
Right.
I might be biased as someone who mainly plays purple, but I think I really like VenomMyotismon. I think his effect is really good.
Yeah, I like
I was
it
just
too.
about to ask, what does he do?
Oh, he gives 2 your Digimon Vengeance until the opponent, until the end of the opponent's next turn.
I
See?
absolutely hate it.
I think it's a very
That's rough. Like, that's fucking rough.
It's a very versatile effect. There's so many different uses for it, honestly.
Exactly. Like, I mean, like that just gives you even more incentive to just throw the rookies at something, especially if they like swung last turn. If you can just clear their board even more, it makes it even. And then plus off the rookies, it's just. Ugh. I can't wait to see what the starter deck gives though for the rookies, like either on death or on deletion effects. That'd be kind of
Yeah. Like before, you had to like evolve into Devimon if you wanted to trade up into something big body, and this means you lose out on whatever on destroyed effect of your rookie, and this allows you to apply vengeance to the rookies and then allow them to like get the draw off Tapermon, for example. And I like it better than say Dark Despair, which technically does the same thing because it's an evolution, and therefore you still get the draw.
Yeah, I was just about to talk about Dark Despair. I played kind of purple-ish rookie brush deck with Dark Despair, and it was really painful actually because I was going tall with my green Digimon, and they would just kill me with these tiny monsters. So this
Tiny
Venom,
monsters.
this Venom could, that basically does that, right? Without
Mhm.
2 Digimon.
Yep, for 2 Digimon for only 1 more memory. Just you need to have a little 5 up first.
But even then, it just has so many more options. Because, like, in a pinch, if your opponent has a bigger mon and you have no removal, Venom can get rid of that. Joking around, just throw him on a blocker. That'd be funny.
Yeah, the fact you can put it on blockers is pretty cool too. Get the Vengeance blocker.
And if not,
So
you
I
could
don't like
always
it.
just swing with this VenomMyotismon, and then it'll be safe from the swing back.
Yeah, another aspect of Vengeance that not a lot of people touch upon is that it also makes like your priority megas safer from swingbacks, because they'd have to they'd be swinging over it with something really big and something that they probably also value. So like if you wanted to protect your Lilithmon from being attacked by, say, Hercules Capitariumon, you can use Venom to give it Vengeance for a turn.
Yep. And the Venom and the Lilith, they're both 11 and 12k. So you're gonna have to be sacrificing your Ragna or boosted Digimon to get them off the board.
At least a level 6.
And on top of that, and the purple stack will get most likely, delete effects. Like if you had the Tsukaimon, that's +1 memory.
Oh yeah, your stack building up into this.
Is Venom 12k?
Which one's 12k?
Is Venom 12k?
No,
This
No.
one's 11.
This one's 11.
Okay, yeah.
It's the same
All the
stats
megas
as the other ones that
Okay,
we were talking about today.
When you said 11 or 12, I was like, one of them's 12?
I was talking about the Lilithmon that was being discussed.
Lilithmon's also 11k.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
because I was
kind of
confused.
sad.
Oh, that's my fault then. Who's 12? Is there any 12?
Orange exposed.
Yeah, Kruskarurumon and the other Venom, the booster 2 Venom.
Okay, it's 12k. Yep.
Basically the 4 cost evolutions besides BLs.
Somebody in chat said those Venom legs are a bit too furry. I think
He is a
he's
dark
already
animal.
like that. Yeah, he is a dark animal.
Oh, those animal legs? I always thought it was like a tarantula, because you know how like they're hairy?
Yeah, it does have like
And
eyes
it's got the
as
eyes?
well.
Yeah. I always thought it was a tarantula.
I don't know. It has a tail that looks like a rat.
Yeah, but he's also got like an upper body that looks like a guy, so...
That's true. But like somebody, like Woman was pointing out before, that all of the art is on point.
Oh yeah, this is probably my favorite VenomMyotismon art between the three.
I personally like the BT2 Venom. But that's me.
I find the art that we usually see for him in like games and other media is like he's always just doing like the imposing stance, like just standing straight up. So he seems very stiff. I like this one of him more in motion.
Okay.
Because I feel like we never really get to see him in motion. He literally just kind of stands up in the show and shoots lasers from his eyes.
It's true.
This is the, oh, I'm on a helicopter, I'm about to get swapped.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's any other, so in the starter deck you're going to have this VenomMyotismon with the, what do they get? The crest?
Crest.
Crest will help you, fill the leaderboard with the tiny rookies that you can give vengeance to and start sacrificing. I think one of my favorite applications for this is going to be getting past people who set up like a ton of blockers to wall off my rookie rush. Because then, if I want to get my rookies past their blockers into their security, I can just use this to give them vengeance, and then they're forced to either sacrifice their blockers or let them through.
I guess if you're gonna do that strategy, it's gonna be crucial to have a memory tamer on the board, just so you can get the effect across.
Yeah.
Do you guys think of all these better 3-cost megas that really need you not to pass turn, that memory tamers are going to become more widely played?
I'll have to get better than this. This is nice, but it's not I think that if you want to play a memory tamer, then the 3-cost Evo that you're going for has to be really good. Might be your primary win condition. Good.
Yeah, because I know when I was playing Imperial, I always wanted the memory tamer so that I could swing Pyildra and then get Imperial on the same turn.
Right, yeah.
I think there's a few strategies. There's a bunch of strategies right now in set 3 where you're needing to not pass a turn and do your effects that turn. Because if you don't, most likely you're playing against that green player that's be choking you at 1 the whole game.
That's another thing. I've been playing against a lot of green, and every single time I just fuck, I need to start playing a memory tamer for this matchup because they are not giving me much to deal with or to work with.
I feel like memory tamers work really well against green in particular because then it really traps what kind of plays they make. They have a lot of really really low cost plays, but outside of that, everything else is really high cost. What I mean is although their cards their level 4s and up are on the huge extremes of the spectrum, really low Evo costs but really high play costs. So if you put them in a situation where you can play a memory tamer against a green, you can put a situation where they're either forced to give you the 2 free memory from your memory tamer, or they drop a 5 cost and you get a ton of memory anyway, because there isn't anything in between for them to do.
Fortunately true, to be honest.
Go ahead.
I was saying unless you have your own, I guess, Mimi out, because it's not really memory tamer.
Yeah, Ken.
I said what I said.
Yeah, Davis, he finds shit for you.
I said what I said.
Alright.
Actually, Dave, I would give Davis a try in an Imperial deck, maybe. I'm literally looking at it right now. Anyways, I feel if you have your own Mimi, it's just kind of or Mimi or Davis or Ken. If you have your own memory tamer, you have to if you're in a case in your hand where you have to hardcast stuff, it's you have to do that before anything else, other you're just giving a hell of memory.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just do I do all these Evo plays where I kind of I'm passing 3 anyways. I feel like at that point you just take the L, make your Evo plays, and just pass at like 1 or 2, and they'll go up to 3, and just take it.
I mean, as long as you're able to play the memory tamer, maybe first, second turn, it'll be okay. I've seen it very crucial in some of the games in the Digi Rumble to get that memory tamer out early against the green players.
Yeah. I'm hoping that, just like we got Davis and Ken, the other colors, except yellow, get better memory tamers. Or just different, I guess.
Yeah. That'll be very interesting. I know right now, I think the Ken is the least popular tamer. I haven't seen a lot of Kens out on the field, just because Davis is so much better for digging.
I think I've actually played against Desi running one of him.
I attempted it, and then I immediately yeeted it out my deck.
And I know a lot of the green is getting +1 memory on, like, once you destroy another Digimon, and it's, if you add the Ken, some people were saying it was kind of screwing up their math, because now they couldn't pass the turn properly.
Now, if I'm against a player that's playing a memory tamer, and that's happening, I might consider stuff like Ken, just so I can, like, make those fatter plays. But I don't know, I haven't tested it out yet.
I'm trying to think which one of these 3 cards I'm most excited to build a deck with. I'll probably try the Machinedramon first, just because I already have a deck that's centered on Reboot.
I'm definitely doing my Forbidden Temptation Rosemon sessions.
Okay, Desi, so you weren't here at the beginning. What is your plays for the Rosemon card?
I haven't given it much thought, mainly because I was really busy. But I feel like for Rosemon, she's kind of I'm literally rereading it as we speak. She feels like a cheaper Gargomon that doesn't rest. Like, she does it like the stopping the attack thing is kind of like the same as like a Gargomon, but without the extra whatchamacallit, without the security buff. And as for stopping a blocker, I feel like that's not that relevant unless you get like hard casted. Or let's say hard cast like a level 4, 5 cost blocker, and then it's like, okay, Rosemon for game.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that's something Rosemon does a little bit better than Gargomon, just because of the lower cost. I think you're more likely to be stuck at 3 than at 4, because the memory tamers exist.
So yeah, there's that, and I think that'd be better for, like, let's say you're at 1 and you give them the 2. You can kind of stop, like, especially because there's still a lot of people running Omegamon that just encountered 1 on Bandai TCG Connect like an hour ago, and there's still a lot of people running like the 2 cost or megas or so. So it's like you can stop them from getting that extra attack before they go into the Omni. So that's one option.
Okay.
I mean, like, the Omni's still, like, blasting you off, but you can still kind of safely swing with the Rosemon on Evolution.
Gotcha. Alright, it's going to be really interesting to see these starter decks. At first, before the starter decks came out, everybody was, a lot of people would be like, okay, these starter decks are probably just going to be, they're going to be okay, but they're going to be, like, not super powerful. But once the cards were revealed, everything has been, much stronger than the original starter decks.
I mean, yeah, the megas at least. We'll see with the other cards. I still feel like Herc was a mistake.
I mean, we got the megas. I mean, even the Agumon blocker. And then
I've been trying him out, and he just, every single time I have him, I'd rather have Gatsumon. I don't think he's worth.
He also
pretty much does the same thing as Gatsumon, but he doesn't
It's just
get
that
the
DP.
Yeah.
He's getting sacked anyways. He's only there just to block.
And then we got
Yeah.
the Tentomon that digs for 1 for free. And that's basically
That
free
one is
draw.
good. Yeah, I do like that Tentomon. And the
Basically,
Kabu's pretty good too. Yeah.
I don't think we got revealed. Did we get anything on purple? No, we got the Gabumon. I'm sorry.
Has anyone played that one?
I
The
don't
one that
think
does
so.
that's when
Because
attacking.
it's only 1, right?
I do.
How does that go? How does it feel using that?
That seems alright. I think I like it. I think he's mostly there just because he synergizes better with the megas than say the booster Gabumon. Like if you want to use him, he's pretty good if you want to use him with like booster to Metal Garurumon, because you need something in trash to use his effect. So you can use the Gabumon to put the rookie in your trash to use with Metal Garurumon's effect.
I've been trying to build a going tall purple. It's just I don't play purple.
It was asked real quick in chat, is retaliation a spin-off from vengeance? So retaliation is the official English term for the vengeance effect. Vengeance was just the keyword chosen by the Discord to translate the effect. But yeah.
Can we just call it Destiny Bond because it's a knockoff Pokemon?
Destiny Bond.
Same thing in Japanese. So.
I like retaliate. It's fine. Vengeance definitely sounds cooler, but retaliate just opens the door. Like it, I feel like more than just purple could have retaliate. But vengeance feels very much like connected to purple.
I'm trying to think of funny decks you can put this Venom in and giving other things retaliate, but the only thing you could play purple with right now is what? Yellow?
Green.
I guess you're putting green. Right, there's a green and yellow synergy, right? Not when I say synergy, it's the cross Digivolutions with Arukenimon and I guess Mastamon is what I'm thinking of. That doesn't work.
Oh, but that wouldn't. Yeah.
That doesn't work.
I'm really hoping that the yellow-purple ulti is going to be Lucemon next set.
Where's my child? My boy Lucemon.
Here's the question, though. Do you think they're going to go all out and give us rookie Lucemon, ulti Lucemon, and whatever his super form is called?
Kind of like
Yeah.
an Argomon card, you mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I haven't actually seen Lucemon before, so I have no idea what he does.
Isn't he like a rookie with like the power of a ultimate or mega or something like that?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, it's I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think he's gonna be too special. I'm sure he'll have like a unique effect, but I just don't think they're gonna make a rookie really strong.
Well, I think like it would be cool if they gave us a rookie who had rookie stats, but the ability of an ultimate. So like maybe give it a really like a good on-play skill that costs the same as an ultimate.
So you're saying an expensive rookie, basically?
Yeah, like why not just make it like it's still 0 to evolve, but give it 1k. And since its ability is on play, if you use it like a regular rookie, it's worthless. But you can pay 7 to on play, and it actually does something on par with an ultimate.
Okay, that would be interesting. We don't have any expensive rookies yet. I think the most expensive rookie is like 4 cost.
There's the
Or-
5
no,
cost
there's a
one.
5 cost Agumon actually.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be interesting. And if Lucemon being an ultimate with the power of a mega, just make it a pseudo boss monster, like a 4-cost ultimate that has some really crazy stuff, but just balance it by giving it an ultimate's DP.
Would it then be a mega with the power of a level 7?
Yeah.
Oh god.
So like it'd be a mega that caps out at 12k, but has the effect on par with a level 7.
Alright. I think that's enough for about these cards. Everybody's excited to play the starter decks, and everybody's excited to build their decks as well for the Digi Rumble tomorrow. Does anybody have any plugs?
Nightmare Coliseum. Hey.
You want to talk about
Next
that
week.
a little?
No, yeah. It's just Nightmare Coliseum's one of 2 qualifiers that will go on for a championship. The first qualifier will have a small cash prize. The second qualifier will not have a cash prize. However, it'll have a small fee. If you sign up, you'll pay the small fee, and if you make top 8, you'll be able to go on to the championship. Your fees will then be put towards the championship pot. It won't be. It'll be pretty much all the money that was through the fees and then some. So if you make top 8 in the first qualifier that I have, you'll move on to the championship. If you don't, then you'll easily be able to just go do the other qualifier if you want. And then that'll be pretty much it. It'll be on TTS as well, and that'll be streamed on Friday the 13th next week.
Okay, great.
Spooky.
Looking forward on playing possibly or watching that tournament.
Come through.
Okay, and then as we said, tomorrow is Big Bite, right? Yep, tomorrow's Big Bite. It's gonna be
At 12:55.
12:55 Eastern time. And then I know Sack's tournament is gonna be at the end of the month, I believe, right? On the 1st or the 30th.
The Jock's Sack Cup.
Now that you said that, you're making me forget what the hell it was called.
That's what it was called. Sack Check. That's what he called it.
Prodigious. It's the Prodigious Cup.
It's a prodigious, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Jesus.
Okay.
Don't get him involved.
And then, of course, at the end of the month, everybody's going to be getting their English cards, and everybody's also going to be getting,
Hype.
if you got the starter decks, you'll get the starter decks,
Starter decks, my time to shine.
the English ones and the Japanese ones. But yeah, other than that, unless anybody else has something, we might be just ending it here.
I think that's it for me.
All right, thanks everybody for watching the DevCast. It's going to be probably another random time when we bring it back. We're just going to need to have cards to talk about. All right, everybody have a good day and have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Wash your nuts.
Bye.